How's everybody doing? If you ain't already, subscribe to the channel. It's greatly appreciated. I'm in my basement doing some practice. This is where I do 90% of my shooting. In my area, there's not a ton of outdoor ranges. You got to travel a little bit to get to it. So, because of lack of convenience, this is what I do mostly. And from what I've noticed, this practice that I do down here, I think it translates well to the 3D course and even your indoor, Vegas round. Today I'm shooting with the B3 Ghost. I just recently, I was shooting with the Carter Knock to It by John Dudley and Carter. And I like that release a lot. It's really crisp. I got a review on my channel. Go check it out. But I really like that release. But I want to try other releases. But every time I want to try a release, the Carter is like 254. The one I just recently traded it. I just sent it in the mail. Sent it off in the mail 2 days ago maybe. And I'm getting a Stan Onyx medium, no click. I wanted to click, but the guy had a brand new stand, so I couldn't pass it up. And to get back to my point, every time I want to try a new release, I don't have $300, and I'm not trying to have $300 releases laying around either. They're not going to get used constantly. That money can be, we can use that somewhere else. Another thing I've been working on. So my dad, when I was younger, I was always left-eye dominant. So he would always, when I would go hunting or go shooting, he would always put his hand right here because my left eye would take over. So now when I shoot a bow, if I try to leave both eyes open, my left eye takes over and my accuracy suffers because of it. But over the last month, I've been working on, when I draw, I'll close my eyes just to get a general idea where my pen is, then I open them. And I think it's starting to work out, which I'm really glad about because you get way more light coming in with two eyes open. And another thing I noticed about only using one eye, keeping one eye closed, is I would be at full draw, falling forward, like what the hell? So it definitely affects balance. And one thing you need is you need to be able to stand on all 10. Another thing I'd like to discuss, sight tape programs. I've never used them, but recently I downloaded the Pro Archery Ballistics, I think Pro Archery Ballistics is the name of the app. The guy that made it is Lucas Palmer. Go subscribe to his channel. Very genuine guy. He's not trying to get rich off the app. It's 59 cents a month or $5 a year. Where I initially came across this, though, was Matt in Texas. If you're not familiar, go subscribe to Matt in Texas. Really good channel. Because of Matt, I learned how to spine align my arrows with the bend test. The bend test is awesome. If you're not familiar, go look at. I'll do a video on it at some point, but go check out Matt in Texas. Really good channel. Another really good dude. But I've never used sight tape software or whatever you want to call it. But I bought the app because I want to support the guy, and I have a Spot Hog sight, and the calibration tapes they come with. You know, that's an awesome idea. But for me, I don't. You know, my sight tapes suck as far as I'm concerned. Wherever I'm at, I'll do the calibration, get on at 20, get on at 80. Wherever it lands on that calibration tape, let's say it lands on 18. Well, that's the sight tape you get. You go look for sight tape 18, throw it on your bow, and that's a good starting point. You might have to go up or down a tape, but for me, I would do that, and I would get to the point to where I'd be on at the range, you know, almost all the way out to 80. But when I would go to a 3D shoot or go somewhere else, you know, 3 to 5 yards off, it drives me nuts. So that's why I'm trying this. And I printed the sight tapes out. The sight tapes I ended up printing out. Now this is just a starting point. I might have to go back into the app and play with some numbers, play with some measurements to get a better accurate tape. But I think it's a really good system, and I think you guys should try it out for sure if you haven't tried it out yet. Now I can't compare it to anything else because I've never used a sight tape app of any kind. This would be the first time, and I'm pretty excited to see how well it does. Another guy I recently, you know, just chatted with him on his first live stream. The channel is Go With a Bow. He's got a really, really good channel. Seems like a super honest guy. He shows his misses. He shows everything. So I just think it's a great channel, and I think you should go subscribe to it if you haven't already. He's got really good content. So, youth turkey season is here this weekend. Today is, let's see. Today is the 10th of April. So, in a couple days, I'm going to take my daughter to do some youth turkey hunting. She's never killed a turkey yet. She did go turkey hunting for the first time last year. Our grandpa took her and her grandmother, and they had a pretty good time. And she's got her license, and she's shot the gun she's going to use for turkey season, and we're going to see what we can make happen. And I'll do my best to get some footage. Also, I'm going to try to do a review on this bow soon. This is Perfection XL, the 38. They have a 37 as well, which looks, you know, a little different than this. But this riser is super, super straight, and it has zero reflex. It actually has deflex in it, which I think makes for a super, super stable platform. So, if you guys could, you know, like, subscribe, share the channel. I greatly appreciate whoever tunes in. This isn't the easiest thing for me to do, but I think as time goes on, I think it'll get easier. And I really want to be able to look back at the somewhat of the beginning of my archery journey and see what I've accomplished and see my improvements. And I took a few videos a couple years ago when I first started. And that was one thing that inspired me to do this, because I was like, oh man, I can definitely see a difference from then and now. And I just want, you know, my kids' kids and stuff like that to be able to look back on this. And it's actually a pretty good way for family members you don't see all the time to, you know, get to track what you're doing and how you're doing in some regards. Yeah, I think 90% of my shooting gets done right here. Think about that, and that's crazy. You wouldn't think that this would be that beneficial, but once you figure out that any of the problems you're having in archery most likely stem from right here. This yourself is the issue. Not this, not your arrow, not your release. It's you. And once you figure that out, I think you start to evolve in your archery journey. There's always something that you can work on in archery. You know, even the pros ain't perfect. They're still working. So, and I think that's what draws a lot of people to archery. I love it. I absolutely love archery. And the people in the archery community are pretty awesome people. So if you're interested in doing archery, go get you a secondhand bow, get you a target, go in your basement or in your backyard and start shooting. It's very rewarding. But that'll be all for today's, folks. Like I said, like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. I appreciate you tuning in. Have a good one.